What's up with y'all, man? Mega Man in the building, man. Today is the day. Cassidy versus Eazy, the block captain, is going down. This has been a roller coaster of an event, man, and I'm glad it's finally here. Eazy went and did his whole documentary. I don't know if y'all been following it. He did a 24/7 documentary about his life. Went to Philadelphia, went and saw his parents and his family, cousins and stuff. Cassidy has went on one of the most historical promo runs that battle rap has ever seen. This man, he landed a bombshell. I guess that Eazy grew up in Pottsville. And he posted a yearbook photo of Eazy in Pottsville High School in the 10th grade. And he has been constantly just dropping all kind of materials and screenshots and what is it, AI videos talking about Eazy and his life, man. I'm ready for this battle, bro. I've been had my ticket. I got my ticket like a week ago. And it's a pretty dope event, man. They got a lot of battles on the card. It's actually a 2-day event, and you get the 2-day event. Well, when I got it, it was $50 for the 2-day event. So I was like, man, I'm copping this, man. Cassidy versus Eazy, and then you get the rest of everything. So, yeah, man, it's gonna be dope. Now, who do I have winning? Well, I'll preface this by saying Cassidy has won the promo because Eazy, he stayed quiet for most of the promotion run, and then he tried to make a, a case in the last week. One of the things is you can't really do that because that's a little late. Everybody is not going to be able to digest all of your material promotion-wise before the battle. So I think he just let Cassidy get a little bit too out in front of him. But I did like the idea of him doing the documentary. Now people are breaking down the documentary and saying, okay, there's inconsistencies here and there. I don't know. I guess in the future, we'll be able to look back and really have a better, clear picture of what Eazy was trying to say or what he may have not said. But I still feel like Eazy is the favorite in this battle, just because his proven battle rap history. He's been able to have his material digest on stage for the crowd with the type of energy that's needed to land punchlines and to gain points in a battle. Now, I do think Cassidy is probably the better writer pen-wise. Like he can put together different syllables, different rhyme patterns that sonically sound good to the ear. And all of his rhymes are, really, really good match rhymes to where, it's either a perfect rhyme, or if he does use a slant rhyme, he sets it up with words perfectly to where it all goes in a line. It's almost like a professor writing a paper. Like there's no mistakes in his rhyme schemes whenever he puts them together. But the part that I feel like Cassidy in his last few battles where he really did not execute is gonna be in the delivery, the energy, the rhythm that you're saying the words to the person in your delivery. That matters so much in battle rap, especially on a big stage. A lot of times, because I'm a writer and I've had a problem with that a time or two as well. Whenever you're a writer, you're trying to ensure that everyone hears every word that you're saying. But when you're on a stage and you're in a battle, it's not really as much about them hearing what you're saying, because they can break that down later. But if they can feel the energy and get the rhythm of what you're saying, it comes across better to the crowd. Now, this is in battle rap, which is very different from being in the booth. And so that's where I feel like Cassidy is going to have to make an adjustment. And we all know Eazy is very good at that. He sets up his punches and he lands them with energy to where the crowd is just with him. You know, that all of the best battle rappers have that attribute. If you look at New Jersey Twerk, if you look at Charlie Clips, if you look at Tay Rock, they have different pockets and rhythm to where when they set their punch up, the crowd already know it's going to be a punch. Now, I've heard Cassidy say, oh, he's not going to do what everybody else does, which is fine. You don't have to copy, you know, a prototype that everyone uses, because that does become a little, you know, redundant. Like, okay, this dude sound like this dude and this dude sound like this dude. But what you do have to do is create your own way of landing and execute that. You know, I feel like his best battle where he did do that was in the disaster battle. You know, and I feel like because he did like a little segment where he was copying Disaster's flow, it almost forced him to do that. So yeah, man, I'm gonna be looking forward to seeing what this battle has got going on, man. It's gonna be dope to see. It's gonna be dope to see, man. Cassidy versus Eazy, man. I think Eazy still is you know, the front runner here. I feel like if it was an over and under, you'd have Eazy over and under probably at 2 rounds. Nah, let's make it a little harder than that. Eazy's over and under at 1.8, and Cassidy would be 1.2. You know what I mean? Can Cassidy, because I think everybody kind of feels like Cassidy can win a round, but can Cassidy get more than a round? If he can get a round and a half and make this battle look debatable, I think it could go down as a classic battle. You know, if he can get more than a round and a half, get 2 rounds, then that's gonna be an upset. That's gonna be an upset. But I hope Eazy did not overthink this one. Because with all that he did, you know, he dropped a diss track. He did his documentary, and it was all within the last week. So I hope he didn't kind of overthink it and we get a subpar Eazy, because I'm thinking this should be one of the best Eazys that we've ever seen with his back against the wall like it is. But yeah, man, who y'all got winning this one, man? Eazy versus Cass. You know, I'm on Team Cass, but I got to keep it real. You know what I mean? One thing I do foresee, though, because I noticed it when I battled. In my first battle, I came out the gates with a lot of energy. Then I had maybe 2 or 3 battles to where my writing was there, but my energy was not the same. But then my 5th battle was versus Kid Chaos. And I feel like I recaptured that energy and matched it with the writing on that level. And so a lot of people say that my Kid Chaos is one of my best battles. And that was my 5th battle. This is Cassidy's 5th battle. Could this also be one of his best battles? And if so, we might be in store for a classic. That'll be dope. That's what I want it to be, man. Holla at your boy, Mega Man. Battle Rap Science. I'm out, bro.